This past week, Robinhood announced their quarterly earnings, and for the first time ever in the history of Robinhood, they recorded their first profitable quarter. But that wasn't the highlight of the earnings call. Robinhood reported crypto trading revenue of 31 million, which was down 18% from the 38 million in the first quarter. The 31 million crypto trading revenue figure in Q2 was 16% of the 193 million in trading revenue across all categories, which saw a 7% sequential decline. Now, maybe based on the news, or maybe this was validation, we had Google, which I didn't know, who owned portions of Robinhood, sell 90% of their stake. Let's get into the article before we continue with the analysis. So this article is coming from Investor Place. Is Google giving up on Robinhood stock? So Alphabet, aka Google, revealed that it substantially cut its stake in Robinhood. According to a Reuters report, the internet technology steward revealed it slashed its stake in Robinhood by nearly 90%. Fundamentally, the trading app operator struggled for traction amid a slowdown in its core business. During the peak of Robinhood frenzy in August of 2021, that stake tallied a value of nearly 419 million. Alphabet now owns a little over 600,000 shares, worth about $7 million. So during the worst of the COVID pandemic, the Robinhood app took off, facilitating commission-free trades and an intuitive interface, thereby allowing quarantined individuals to essentially live their Gordon Gekko fantasies. Now, many may or may not know, reason why they offer commission-free trades was they were actually selling your buying losses to Citadel, so they could front run you essentially. Nevertheless, let's continue with the article. The fantasies of the fictional pop culture icon ran into the very real impact of Powell. That's when the helicopter money just stopped falling from the sky. With the central bank deploying its interest rate hiking campaign, the easy money policy that undergirded high-flying tech plays, along with, of course, the meme stocks, quickly vanished. Again, Robinhood reported their first profitable quarter ever, although it was at they still had a slight loss. Now, Hood is falling sharply, not only because of earnings, but because of Google's selling. As Barron stated, trading activity in the second quarter declined, with the platform posting 10.8 million monthly active users, down 1 million against the prior sequential quarter. All right, so let's go to the charts now, and we'll go right to the weekly chart. And we had price, which once upon a time was respecting this symmetrical triangle. You did have a false breakout to the downside a couple of times back in December, and then again in May. However, that false breakout was supported by a $8 support level, and I believe that was on the monthly chart. Yeah, on the monthly chart. As you can see, these wicks, which represents buyers defending the $7 to $8 level. All right. Nevertheless, price broke out back in July, early July, which included a gap up on the weekly chart. Now, I love these patterns here. When you get 2 or 3 wicks on the top side of the candle in a row, that tells you that there are no more buyers and that the sellers are in control. So had you seen this pattern 1, 2, 3, on the fourth one, the price started the week up but then went down. That would have been a good time to sell. But this down arrow might have been due to the earnings, although I doubt it, because earnings was probably midweek. So if we go to the daily chart, let's see where that Monday candle was. Okay, so this was the Monday candle, and it opened up, yep, to go down. So this is where you could have sold if you recognize that pattern in the higher time frame. Nevertheless, where is price heading next? Well, typically on a breakout, you typically have a retest. Let's see if there's any levels of interest. Now, this is the 200-day moving average. This is the 50-day moving average, and we do have a golden cross, which is bullish for any holders of Robinhood. Now, again, typically when price breaks out, you usually retest the breakout. So I'm looking for price to continue to move down to that $10 area, between 9 and 10, which it should find support based on the breakout of the downtrend line, but also, again, roughly that $10 area is where you can see the 200-day moving average is at. So price did pull off from the lows. Again, probably profit taking, but I anticipate further declines in this stock, maybe until early 2024. That's when you get closer to the Bitcoin halving, and things are going to get crazy again, and that should be bullish for Robinhood. But until then, look for price to continue to go down. However, I don't anticipate a retest of this band at support band at $8, as the lows have been in, but a pullback is warranted before potentially price goes higher. How high can price go? Next year during the bull market, let's put a zone right at $17. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Please like the video.